Hello and welcome again to Red Gaming Tech. My name is Marta. Today is the 13th of November and this time I'm bringing you yet more news regarding Assassin's Creed Unity, otherwise known as the worst launch since Battlefield 4. Now, Ubisoft has detailed a number of issues it's working on to address with both the console and PC versions of the game, which of course is now notorious for being a broken, buggy mess with serious frame rate and performance issues across the board, regardless of platform. Now, obviously, a day one update did come out alongside the game on Tuesday, which sorted a number of things out, but further patches are in the works that are intended to boost performance and address various bugs. Now, the next title update will help address a number of issues, including Arno falling through the ground, game crashing when joining co-op, Arno getting caught inside of hay carts, delay in reaching the main menu screen at game start. Now, unfortunately, Ubisoft is only looking into, quote, many of the other issues players have reported, which unfortunately is including but not limited to the frame rate issues, graphical and collision issues, matchmaking co-op issues, Helix credit issues. So basically they have fixed some of the problems, some of the glitches that people have been hilariously putting up on YouTube or whatever. But the main issue, that being of course the frame rate and performance, is unfortunately still being worked on. Now, it's great that they're working on it, that's great. You know, but it makes me wonder if they could have already been working on it. Why didn't they work on it before they released the game? Why didn't they push the release date back a little more? It's pretty obvious that this game was pushed out of the gate before it was ready. I've never seen such a poorly optimized game on console as well as PC. That's the thing. That's when you know a game is badly optimized, because sometimes you can have problems on PC because there's so many different setups, so many different configurations, that issues are more likely to occur. Which is, I can understand that. That's annoying, but fair enough. I can see why you might not have realised that Timmy down the street has this really odd setup that causes a crash that happens at X time or whatever. But when it's happening on console, which obviously is the same, you know, say you buy a PS4, it's the same as the PS4 down the street, unless you've got, like, you know, if you're in the future and you've got the slim version or whatever, but it's still the same machine inside. Same for the Xbox One, of course. So they knew that hardware is it's there, it's not going to go anywhere, it's not going to change, it's going to be the same performance. Cool. And yet somehow it's still running at like 20 frames a second sometimes on console. Okay. And then the fun never stops, because before they detailed this patch yesterday, they released this statement, just to clarify. They released an official statement addressing performance issues related to the PC version, and basically they said, according to them, it's occurring with users of AMD CPU and GPU chipsets, which obviously heavily implies that it's really only happening to AMD users. And well, not only do we know what the PS4 and Xbox One use, that being AMD of course, but we all know, if you've been browsing the endless forums and Reddit and whatever else regarding Assassin's Creed Unity, that Nvidia users are definitely feeling the pain. Most notably is Total Biscuit himself, who, as you may or may not know, uses SLI GTX 980's most powerful GPU available, or one of at least at the moment, and even he, with his monster rig, is not able to run this game at a reasonable, consistent frame rate. And that is ridiculous. He has a way more powerful machine than most people do, I would say. I mean, obviously there's PC nuts out there that are very much on top of the game, but there's some people who perhaps say a mid to high rig because components are expensive or they haven't upgraded in a while or whatever, which is fair enough. So if twin GTX 980s can't run it, then Ubisoft, oh Jesus, please, just no, stop ruining Assassin's Creed, please. What happened to you? Well, anyway, enough rambling. They are working on the problems. As I said, the next title update will not address the frame rate, it will address the glitches and so on. They are working on the frame rate, but if they could have worked on it this quickly, I really think an extra month even would have stopped this game from being the colossal mess that it is now. Anyway, that's me done for this video, and I'll see you next time.